Runway RunAway, a backstage pass to fashion, romance, and rock and roll. A true story by Lorelei Shellist. This book is dedicated to the memory of Stephen Maynard Clark, who lived from April 23, 1960 to January 8, 1991. Presented by Siren Star Publishing. Introduction. Handle with care. On January 8, 1991, I received the phone call that I'd been dreading for the last few years. My legs buckled and I slid down the wall as the words continued to pour out of the receiver. Steve Clark, the love of my life, had been found dead from an alcohol and drug overdose on the living room floor of our London home. The next few hours were a blur of emotion and activity. Steve was the lead guitarist and songwriter for the world-famous rock band Def Leppard, so his tragic death immediately became international news. The British tabloids tracked down the person who discovered his body and paid for the exclusive rights to her story. As I was grieving, CNN relentlessly pursued me, but I was not ready to talk about Steve's life or death. Well, I am now, and you might be surprised at what I have to say. Looking at me, you would have thought I had it all. I had the dream man and the dream job, a lucrative modeling career that allowed me to work in such exciting cities as Paris, Milan, Tokyo, and London. In paparazzi photos that appeared in Vanity Fair and other publications, we looked like the perfect couple, a long-haired rock star and his international model fiancé. Even our fights became legendary. One argument led to Steve co-writing Love Bites with producer Mutt Lange and Def Leppard guitarist Phil Collen. That song became a #1 hit in 1988. Rushing from rock concerts to fashion shows to parties for INXS, Mick Jagger, and Rod Stewart, our lives seemed enviously glamorous. But what those photographs did not capture was our pain from battling Steve's alcohol and drug addictions. Steve and I were both self-made successes. I was a teenage runaway who had struggled for years before signing with the prestigious Ford and elite modeling agencies. Steve had been raised in a working-class environment, holding down a factory job until he found musical success. Forced to grow up early, I spent my teen years launching a modeling career amidst the drug-crazed 1970s Hollywood rock scene. I left Los Angeles to pursue my career in New York and then Europe. My European sabbatical lasted for 10 years and introduced me to a world that I had never known. My playground spread from the French Riviera to the streets of Rome and Milan. Italian playboys and German jet-setters romanced me as I partied endlessly with the rich and famous. I did not want to write this book. I was afraid to tell the truth, to go back and relive the pain. It is my intention to give you, my reader, and now my listener, the truth as I remember it best. Words cannot express the gratitude I have for these people who have played their parts in my life story, for all of them have helped me to become the woman I am today. We are all not entirely proud of all the choices we made, still we managed to survive the 70s and the 80s, and we're here to tell the tale. I would like to express my deepest thanks for the honesty and courage of my dear friends who allowed me to tell this story. As I said, I tried my best. There are places in the story where I have changed certain names. This is true for some of the Hollywood starlets, a few photographers, agents, models, and playboys. For those whose lives ended much too soon as a result of those reckless days, God bless their souls with grace, love, and peace. I was surrounded by many of the superficial trappings that have unfortunately become symbols of success. A chance introduction to Steve Clark by a mutual friend changed my life forever. Our attraction was immediate and intense. After searching for someone who could see past my enticing lifestyle to discover the real me, I had finally found my soulmate, and he